So was Sassafras part of the client order, or did you have creative input into that name?
I just pulled it out of my backside.
What about Noodles?
Noodles was obviously themed. You
Sure.
know, I did Bingo the Clown at the Ground Round, which was a corporate name. And then I just kind of, we did Hardee's Frisco the Clown because they had Frisco sandwiches,
burger, yeah.
Frisco burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were so good. So I kind of themed it. Zuper the Clown at Zorba's. Just kind of make it personal. And we had dozens and dozens of different costumes and trying to keep things together.
So if you were a clown at like a bank's Christmas party, would you be like Foreclosures the Clown?
Repo the Clown.
What would you call yourself? Yeah. API investment,
Exactly.
Enter.
No, we wouldn't go that far. So actually the clowning and the corporate things, picnics went fine. And I don't know if it's an insult or a compliment, but what I found over the years is that people were starting to really treat me the same way, whether I was in clown makeup or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then in the last, decade, there's been so many bad clown images that I've actually just retired all the clowning.
It is. Okay, so it is, I think, hard for clowns in 2020.
It really is.
Because not only do you have like the It series, which is vilified clowns and made people doubly afraid of clowns, even more so than they were before, but also like everything's about being creepy with the clown.
Yep.
And so
Absolutely.
I've noticed that people are taking clown acts and they are not doing the traditional makeup. They are doing clown acts where it's like, hey, everyone, it's me. It's Clown Dad or whatever it happens to be. And it's just like a guy who's supposed to have like a dad bod who does magic tricks and twists balloons and stuff like that. And so it's unfortunate that you had to retire the clown stuff, but also Ground Round closed, and that's sad to me because I love the Ground Round.
Yep, that was always a good client. I had the Ground Round in Grand Forks, which is still open, by the way.
Is it really?
It is.
Find me at TGI Fridays, and then I'll have a little triangle.
You gotta go to Bismarck.
Is that the closest?
I don't know if TGI Fridays has. I think
not
TGI
one-
Friday closed all over.
No, it's got to be still open.
Yeah.
I would know if they closed all the TGI Fridays. I think ours just didn't succeed.
Yeah. New York has them. I was just out there, so.
There you go. I'll go to Times Square and go to TGI Fridays at
There
Times
you
Square.
go.
Yeah.
No, not TGI Fridays, but Olive Garden on Times Square.
There's an Olive Garden in Times Square.
Yes, managed by a friend of mine.
Really?
So.
Well, I do enjoy myself some delicious Olive Garden.
Yes.
They're never ending.
Because in New York City, you want to go to Olive Garden.
Yeah. You also love how they probably saved the re-rendering of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, right?
They certainly did. Thank you very much for your sponsorship of that movie, Olive Garden. I got the never-ending Pasta Pass this last year.
Okay.
I was one of like the 1,000 people in the country who clicked buy now fast enough. It cost me $100, but from September 23rd through I think it was like November 20th, I could go in and flash this card and get free never-ending pasta.
Wow.
And I ate the crap out of pasta.
You need to grow that baby face beard and be Santa after that. That carb load.
I can't grow facial hair. I can grow a neck beard that's amazing.
Okay.
But it ends up real splotchy all over my face. And people, like when I did No Shave November on Thanksgiving, people squinted at me and they said, oh yeah, I guess I kind of see like
Looks like
some
someone
mustache
shredded
there.
a blooming onion, basically.
Yeah, it is embarrassing.
So get your carb loaded body and your great beard over there, Tucker.
Yeah. I'm really rocking the young Santa right
You
now.
are.
For sure.
So let's talk about hiring Santa Claus, because that's got to be an interesting thing. Not everybody in their life is hiring a Santa Claus at some point or another.
Not everybody lives my life.
Right. You've got a book in you
I've got
that
a
is
great
going to
life.
be amazing. I can't wait to read it.
I can't wait to write it when I finally slow down.
So when you're putting together Santa Magic,
Yes.
how do you is it the same Santa all the time? Do you rotate through Santas? Do people come to you with a dream?
Yes and no. My very first Santa was one of the local guys is Bob Tanner, And he called me up and he says, my mom tells me that I should come talk to you about being Santa Claus. I'm like, oh, great. You know, we're going to get some 20-something kid. Me, you know, at the time. And and in walks Santa Bob, and a great Santa. And he's been with me ever since. 25 years. His mom is now almost 100 years old. So,
Oof.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was 75 at the time, and still is very spry. They go over there, they play games with her every day, and they become part of my family, really. I find Santas all over the place. It's not just a matter of walking up to a guy with a great beard. I kind of creep on him and kind of watch how they react with people. And so it just, I've been wrong very few times,
Yeah.
you know. And a lot of people don't realize that, and we do have multiple Santas. It's a tough job, you know. Anybody like your line benders, you know, people look at you and they say, look at the fee that you charge. And my gosh, I mean, you're on stage for 1 hour, big freaking deal.
I could do that.
I could do that.
No big
You know, it's like me with my telegrams. Tucker, do you ever do telegrams?
I never did telegrams. No.
I'm on stage for 15 to 20 minutes and it's exhausting. And I look back when I was young, I was doing 12 to 15 of those a night. Like, how in the world was I able to do that? You know, I've since retired telegrams because it's political correctness run amok.
Yeah, I remember my Uncle Norm got, I think, the nerd for my aunt's birthday at the Hodo.
Oh, yes.
That was super fun.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Santa's. So a couple of different reasons. It's really exhausting, even though Santa's just sitting there. You're constantly on. You don't know when the next person's going to come around, and you have to be fresh when that child comes up. You know, you have to, you know, hello, how are you doing? And it's just a different kind of energy. And then also with parents, at the end of 4 hours, he's an employee. And so at the end of 4 hours, I'm required to give that employee an actual break. And if it's on a Tuesday, the second week of, you know, the first week of December, no big deal. We can take a little 15-minute break. But if it's on a busy day where, I mean, we've got lines around the house and it's going gangbusters, for us to take a 15-minute break, that means that we got 40 families who have to sit there for another, you know, a 15-minute break is actually about a half-hour break. And so we just book them for 4 hours. They stay fresher. And then we actually, out of West Acres, we actually send one Santa down one hallway and bring another one up in through Macy's, hide them around a corner. And as soon as the one's out, and then the other one is, because then the parents don't have to, oh my gosh, I've been waiting 45 minutes, you know, or whatever. And it keeps that line going.